everyone. Welcome to your favorite podcast, Maledro's podcast.
A perfect combination between your hosts Maria, Alejandra, and Pedro. Today we have a very interesting chapter about life experiences.
We all have moments through our lives that we will never forget. For example, we will have that story that we will tell it, we laugh.
That story that has no further explanation and that we all believe it was something paranormal, or those stories that we cannot tell without crying because of how beautiful and emotional that woman was.
That's right, folks. I personally believe that when we tell a story, we relive that moment again. And in today's episode, we will talk about life experiences we have had. You can send us stories with the hashtag #myexperience and we will be reading your stories.
I totally agree with you, Ale. When we start to narrate an experience, we make a flashback in our head about the how it was moment. Something similar to what happened in the movies. Please confirm if we all do that.
That's right, mates. To remember is to live again. And if we are talking about life experiences, obviously I have to tell you guys the first time I went to see Shawn Mendes live. And yeah, that's right, girls, I saw him. I live it, and let me tell you, it was great. All the people singing along to the rhythm of In My Blood, Los Japan, Like to Be You was something totally amazing.
I bet you do, Maffer. I think we all have to go at least one concert in life to live that experience.
I can make a picture in my mind. Singing all together in the same voice must be something incredible, fascinating. And it's a memory you'll never forget.
You're right, friends. And Ale, I know you have a story you are dying to tell, so please.
You got me. As you know, I love to cook, and cooking desserts is one of my favorite hobbies. And not for nothing, but I do it well. The experiences I have is when I took a baking course, and it was one of the most fun things I have done. I will not lie to you saying that everything came out perfectly, because it was not like that I made many mistakes, and I'm baking. You have to be very precise with the measurements of the ingredients, but that was the beauty of the course. I learned a lot of improve my quality as a baker.
One of the best decisions we can make in life is always keep learning, that for sure. And later you will teach us some of the tricks you learned.
Or better yet, to prepare something for us.
Sure, then I will make a dessert for you.
You can take it back, Ali. It's on film, eh?
It's already a deal, Ale. We expect dessert soon. So, Pedro, it's your turn to tell us some experience you have had in your life.
Yes, please go ahead.
I don't know what to tell you. I know the first time I went to Six Flags, it was something amazing. I was about 10 or 12 years old, and my parents wanted to take my brothers and me on vacation to Puebla to meet and visit some relatives who lives there. After the long hours of travel on the road traffic, two boats and stop to go to the bathroom, we finally arrived. And we had about 3 days in Puebla when my parents mentioned about going to Six Flags. Immediately, my brother and I didn't hesitate to answer yes. The trip from Puebla to Mexico City was about 2 hours. And once we arrived, I want to go to the rice, but first I had to buy the tickets and all the stuff. And then we passed that. I asked if I could go on any of the rides, and my parents said yes. But oh, surprise, surprise, I had never seen signs in the line at the first sign that I came across. Said, from this point, you have to wait 4 hours, and my dying inside. Imagine an action kiss. Every minute that passed and the line only moved every 10 or 20 minutes. I swear my brother had never known patience until that moment, because I remember I was desperate to get the games, and obviously the most popular games were the ones with the longest line. But after the experience, after the waiting, just can't say that that was a beautiful moment, and it was a very good day. I like to remember.
I'm sure it is. Going to a theme park is every child's dream.
I have to admit that although I like them parks, I'm afraid of sunrise because they are really extreme. You with 10 years old waiting to go on a possible ride, I can't imagine.
Yes, just like going to concert or enrolling in a course or learning something, going to a theme park is something that I highly recommend. Do not hesitate to go every time you have the opportunity. Believe me, it will worth it.
I totally agree with you, Pedro. And now we will make a brief interruption in this podcast about life experiences for our little section called This is Something I Didn't Know.
Well, the eyes get more exercise than the legs, or eyes muscles move a lot more than you can imagine. Approximately 100,000 times a day. Yep. So to give you an idea of how much that is it, you should know this radio for your legs muscle to get the same amount of exercise. You should walk approximately 80 kilometers per day.
OMG, that's really impressive. And if before this you didn't know it, now you know it. And back to our experience topic, what's something that you were quite concerned about the time but really didn't go any further? We hear you, my friend.
Well, I'm really sorry to inform you guys, but we are out of time.
Unfortunately, we will have to end the chapter here, but don't forget to send your stories with the hashtag my experience.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That's all from us, guys. Don't forget to listen to our podcast. We release a new chapter every Thursday. Maledro over and out.